Hello and good evening. So, on this little live stream tonight, I'm going to be doing very small load, which is sheets on the auto clean. So yeah, let's go ahead and get going. It's going to be program 17, aka the auto clean program. So yeah. Hey Jack. What should I run this with? Letty or Ariel? Or Persil, which one? Decisions. Oh well, screw it. Why not go for some Ariel? Just because I can, and I will. I can and I will. Ain't nobody gonna tell me. No one tells me what to wash or what to wash with. Well, no one tells me what to wash with. So I do with whatever I do best. Randomized. Shit, that is actually way too much Ariel. I'm only needing sort of 30 mils ish. I don't need much for this program actually. You do not need much powder at all. You only need like about 30 milliliters. Right. So, got the powder. Then pack it in. Just move this little thing back. Power on. Auto clean. There we go. So, and I am also going to add in a bit of ace for some dramatic sudsing effects. Once this has started and has got to about 50 degrees Celsius, which will be in about 10 or 15 minutes because of the way that the heater is for this beast. It really does not muck about whatsoever, especially not on this program, which is impressive as hell. So yes, certainly sit back, relax, and grab your drinks or whatever you're having. Grab your tea, grab a snack. I don't care what you grab. Just have fun. And yes, that was sort of a bit of a sex joke, and I don't care. So yeah, this is going to be horrific with the wash quality for a minute, because distribution washers do not help with anything in like the first 20 or 30 seconds. They do not help whatsoever with anything you want to do. So I'm just going to keep on pausing this machine, and I guess continuously pausing this machine and starting it again to make sure that the sheet gets absolutely covered in whatever, in all the water and the minuscule amount of area. There we go. Gets incredibly unbalanced, of course, as it's just whipping around, really. Oh, that was a bit there. Water addition bit there. I don't really know what to do on this. I might add a bit of extra water, but I don't know. I probably won't. I'll just leave it to do what it's doing. I love how stupidly imbalanced this thing gets. Already whipping up some foam. I doubt we're going to make it hit the sides. I doubt we're going to make this thing hit the side panels. I really hope this thing doesn't start smacking around the side, smacking the side panels. And shit. I forgot the 30-second countdown. Oh well. Oh well, whatever. That kind of green. Do we do that or block? Which one? I'm actually going to do minimalist. Fuck that overlay. I don't even want to get on the upgraded plan, to be fair. I don't give a shit, really. Holy shit. Wow. You know what? I might go ahead and add the ace in a bit earlier than I first wanted to do or whatever. Because, yeah, I do genuinely want to do that. You know what? Screw it. I'm taking that little thing off. You guys just straight up just see the whole thing. The banners are really, really annoying. They like obscure a little bit of the view. So screw it. I'm just going to keep the banners off. Just go ahead and pop in the link in the comments. I'm just going to try to just post it. Which I already have done. So I'll just do that in every live stream. Don't even need a fucking banner. I mean, look at the action. It's just amazing. I do genuinely wish that machines had programs other than a wall wash that just straight up does more distribution tunnels. Like this thing does it on a couple of cotton cycles, I think, for like about 30 seconds and then just decides to die all of a sudden. For some really weird reason. What about we change the lighting? Oh shit. Hang on a minute. Yeah, that light actually does come on. Huh. Let's go ahead and change the lighting real quick. It's a bit warmer-ish. Yeah, not really. Obviously, it's still gold. Ah, yes, people are. I actually have had before I privated my Instagram, for anyone that doesn't know, it is Matthew Jones 9560. Before I privated that, my Instagram, I had this. Well, I have not told you this, and by the way, I blocked this account, and I forgot to take any screenshots. Deleted the whole conversation because this person was just off their fucking rocker. So this was around sort of the time ish of when I started live streaming again. This random person, I can't even remember the goddamn name, just gave me a message on Instagram saying, "You shouldn't be doing hot washes. It kills the turtles," or something like that. Yes, there was a person that was that genuinely misguided. They actually thought that boil washing killed the turtles. It's like, yes, well, yes, but actually no. It sort of does a bit with global warming, but at the same time it doesn't, because it's plastics that I don't know. I'm just thinking like, really, global warming isn't going to kill as many turtles as like foreign objects do, in my opinion. I don't know. I'm just so weirded out. And then when I said, well, hang on a minute, what temperature do you wash your clothes on? And they said, I always use the cold washers and economy washers with gel. Oh my God. I mean, come on. Is there any brain cells in that person? Do they have a damn clue on what they're talking about? No, because trust me, I know what the hell I'm talking about when I say drum spider failures. It's loud, it is sudden, it's scary as hell. And trust me, it ain't fun. It ain't fun. It ain't fun whatsoever. It happened with the Hoover, and it also kind of happened with the 9544. So you remember a Hoover software, still got it. So yeah. And I have the glorious Ace stain remover. It's going to be going in this one. If I can get the fucking cap off, there we go. Right. 50 mils, or roughly about that. Oh, nice. Maybe like a little less shape in this one. Oh, fuck. Try not to knock that over. That'll be annoying. Restart. See, there we go. That is way more spread out now. I love the smell of Ace. It's like the best stuff I can think of as an additive. Like the best shit I can think of as a goddamn additive is Ace. Because it just fits with everything. It fits. In my mind, Ace is like the best shit. The best shit anybody can get. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There you go. That's my closing statement, and that's my argument. That's my closing statement. Ace is the best shit as an argument, and Ace is the best shit as a closing statement. I don't care. It is awesome. Hey, and hey, my parents actually told me when I first got it not to use it on darks or anything like that. In fact, not to use it barely yet. Basically, to not use it at all because it was bleach and I didn't understand. So they didn't get me another bottle, which was really annoying for about 8 years. So I got up the courage and just decided, like about 2-3 weeks ago, to get myself a bottle, and here we are. So yeah, I'm on my first bottle still. I really need to use more of it, to be quite honest. I love that stuff. Wish I sold like the 3-litre bottles without you. Honestly, I've seen the bottles on Amazon that are like 3 litres. It is annoying me so much. Like the postage, the amount you've got to pay for postage on those things. It's like 3 times. No, not 3 times. Like 10 times more than than what you would buy the bottle. It's the bottle of fucking Ace bleach itself for. Like that is how stupid some companies on Amazon are. And then there's this company that basically just gives you like you can get a lathe, or you used to be able to get this enormous lathe on Amazon. I can't even remember what it was. It was something for engines or something. I don't know. But it weighed as much. Well, obviously, America doesn't like using any other system than the imperial, any other weighing system than the imperial system. So, in the imperial scale. So they went ahead and on a video, they said it weighed as much as 2 Toyota Corollas. I don't know how much two fucking Toyota Corollas weigh, but it's probably, my guess is about 3.5 tons, and they ship you that thing for free. And here we are, and they're fucking about sending a 3-litre bottle of fucking Ace color bleach for 30 quid. That's like 10. No, actually, no. It's about 5 times more than the actual what that bottle is worth. It's like 2 quid a bottle. It sucks. It's only they only sell litre bottles here, but oh well. And we're still cold on that. It's only been on for like 5 minutes. Even though this live stream is like 15 minutes, I don't even understand why. Probably just because the timekeeping is terrible. Hey, Jack. Really hope you're gonna hop on this one, buddy, because I'm also cleaning with a fucking sheet. Yes, I put a sheet in on the auto clean program. Don't you dare judge. Yeah, don't judge. I don't care. It's something called distribution washing. That is a thing that I have loved forever about these things. And then, you know what? I'm going to be honest. Yes, I have an Instagram account. Yes, I've already said this. This person just randomly just messaged me one day saying to stop doing boil washes because it harmed the turtles. Like, I swear to God, the amount of brain cells that person probably had is equivalent, no joke, the amount of, actually, no, the amount of brain cells that person has is the exact number of stars in the galaxy, but as a negative number. Like you put a negative sign before any numbers of the amount of stars in the galaxy. That is how many brain cells that person has. Like negative, like 2 quadrillion or something. Brain cells. So dumb. I am adding you now. Welcome to
Shalom.
this.
If my phone goes off, that means it's died. It's literally on 6%. I'm going across the bedroom to get my charger. My phone recently been in its own mind where it wants to be, how it wants to be. It's just this evening it's been overheated and been lagging out as no tomorrow. So yeah.
Welcome to my crack house. I have decided. I decided to let you in. You are the Amazon delivery driver. I am the guy in the crack house. I decided to let you in.
Ones around here actually, most of them are foreign. Most of them are, but look around here recently, have mainly been English ones. Surprisingly, recently.
Hey, I tell you what, one of the stupidest Instagram messages I have ever got was. I'm going to tell you. I probably already gone and told you this, but actually no, I haven't told you. I just told like the thing on live. So yes, a person messaged me randomly. Yeah. It's just like a couple hours before I privated my Instagram, and literally, you know what they said?
What?
Stop doing boil washes or hot washes or whatever. It kills the turtles. It is killing the turtles. Have you any idea how stupid that sounds?
That's stupid.
I bet you.
There's a thing called water cooling down.
Yes. And there's also a thing called, there's also a thing called turtles are literally halfway across the world. And I'm doing a boil wash like once a week, if that. Shut up and leave me alone, you pathetic inbred piece of shit. Like honestly, I swear to God, I don't even remember like the amount of curse words I use against this economistic moron. But I swear, you could make honestly, Gordon Ramsay would make a dictionary out of the amount of swear words I use against this hippie cunt. Like honestly, it was one of the best verbal altercations I have ever had, just because of the amount of swear words I genuinely use when they called me a moron. Literally, it's like a little kid running up to you and he calls you a poo-poo head. So you call him a cunt. Like it is such a mismatch. Literally, it's literally like if someone comes up to you with a knife and you have a gun, it's like I am one step ahead of you. I can easily destroy you. Why are you even trying at this point? And then he just keeps on going on his little pathetic. Honestly, I just imagine this kid. Or I'm gonna be honest. I imagine this dude is literally eating a fucking carrot, sitting in his mobile home
with like a necklace around his head with a health crystal on it. Honestly, that is just how I imagine this pathetic cesspit of a human being. Honestly, it is how stupid it is. And honestly, like I don't know who the hell it was. It could have been Jay Phantom for all I bloody know. And I really do hope it wasn't, because actually no, I don't really give a shit if it was or it wasn't. It was just funny because honestly, right, like, oh god, I can't really put into words the literal stupidity of how ridiculous, literally just the stupidity of the whole interaction. It's funny. It's funny, but it's also like
not
absolutely messed up at the same time. It's hilarious, but I also do see the other side of what is this person on? Like, is he okay? Like, bruh, you message a 16-year-old dude because he did a fucking boil wash on a live stream. Well, I don't even know who the fuck it was. Genuinely have no idea whatsoever who this person was, nor who their motives, nor what their bloody motives were. But all I think is economist imbecile, because look, I'm going to be honest, my family members were like that back in the day. They always used to do quick washes and cold washes and whatever. And then basically no one did boil washes. So when I used to go around, I used to put it on the longest and hottest program I could to get 5% of the mold out that had just been sitting there, like, basically, I'm going to say the bacteria is basically getting fucking marinated in like personal non-biological. Like, that is how horrific it was. No joke. And then people are just, and then, oh god, and then you know what my grandma's doing now? She's constantly going on about me putting everything on a long wash. And I'm just like, it's like it's my grandma on my dad's side of the family. Honestly, she's like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Just do it on this. I'm like, shut up. It gets it hygienically clean. I don't care what it looks like after it comes out. In fact, I do care. I care about what it. To be honest, I care about two things. I care about what it looks like when it comes out, and I also care about if it's like fucking hygienically cleaned or not.
Yeah.
And she understands the first bit, but she, like, honestly, she just has a thing where it's like dementia or like Alzheimer's for that one little thing. The second piece of advice, she does not understand what I am talking about after I say, look, it looks fine, but. And then it's like her brain just cuts out. It's like a shitty candy getting unbalanced. She doesn't realize what I'm talking about after I say, oh, it might look fine. She just doesn't listen to me after that. It's just so stupid.
You know my auntie with the black W&B, that one was like 10 years old.
10 years old for a shitty Beko.
So, this is the quality of Beko. It's never had any replacement parts for 10 years. No, I don't even know. I think it is brush motor. I think it's 8 kilograms. It's the brush motor.
For some reason, though, have you ever thought about this? There were a hell of a lot of inverter machines made back in the 2000s, as well as brushed ones. Or have you genuinely noticed that not many of those inverter machines, or like induction or whatever, not even inverter, because inverter is a different thing now. I say inverter, I don't know why. Induction motored machines, proper like this one, not the really old style. I mean, like modern style that can hit
right.
stupid high speeds.
Just remember,
but,
just know what it is today. It is the tumble drop. It is Indie Shit's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Indie Shit. How old are you?
2.
How old is Indie Shit?
2.
The Indie Shit is the fucking Indie Shit
failed.
dryer is finally 2 years old and it is already half dead. Ladies and gentlemen, that is quality.
What's funny is the bearings started going just before it turned to 2 years old.
Yay! Indie Shit, the worst thing possible. Right, let me go and keep going on this. So, as I was saying, the induction machines, which have motors that hit ridiculously high speeds, you know, not like the Maloney style ones. Have you actually noticed there is way less of those machines kicking about than the sort of their lower speed equivalents nowadays knocking about?
Not
really.
You
know, and also there were a lot less of them bought compared to like the lower speed models in reality. So it's not really much to put a decent explanation on. But trust me, I've seen like enormous, like I've seen a couple of pictures like Bosch factory lines back in like the 90s, like early noughties type of thing. I think it was like it was in the 90s, and I remember seeing this massive line of Bosch WFP 3300s. And I honestly, the amount of machines there was probably about like 7 times the amount of machines that are currently in preservation. That's either a throwaway society, or the quality of machines back then were decent enough, but long term, they haven't really worked out. But I don't think that of Bosch. I think that about, you know, like Indesit back in the 90s. I think of that. I think of, in fact, I did think of some Hotpoint machines, like some very budget Hotpoint machines back in the sort of 90s and early noughties, to be quite honest. And yes, the WM series is an incredible thing, but towards the end of its life, it just took a turn which I really do not like. And nobody probably liked, because I think it was like 1997 or something. The GEC motors stopped getting put in the WM series, I think, or something like that. I don't know. Actually, no, probably like 1999. I don't know. But at some point in the very late 90s, GEC motors stopped getting put in Hotpoint machines. Now, this might not seem like a big deal. You know, it's a motor swap, so what? But I'm going to be honest. I think that was around the time where Maloney sort of decided that GEC wasn't working. So they went ahead and decided to put in FHP motors in their machines. And it got a bit trash. The quality that was already, for its time, there were machines that had a lot better quality. It's like sometimes, look, even 9530s were less well, like were pretty badly built, sort of bodged together, very cheaply made and mass produced. But the thing is, back in those days, compared to now, you've got things like you've got your things like drum spiders. Yes, this is the drum from the 9544. I'm restoring it. Hit me up on Instagram, Matthew Jones 9560, and you'll see everything about this little drum.
They use massive drums, massive drum spiders.
Yeah.
Do you want to see a YouTube video? I'll send you the link to you later.
Right, and no, Jack, seriously, hang on a minute. Right, as I was saying, right. So we had things like replaceable drum spiders and tubs were obviously splittable like 99% of the time around that era. And then all of a sudden we turned economic in the 90s, which, let's be honest, wasn't really that much of a bad time. But after that period, it just went stupid. It went cockeyed so badly. I don't know what went wrong in like. I honestly, I do not know what birthed the era where somebody thought a sealed drum was a good idea. But I swear to God, if there was a point where it was a single decision and I could be an assassin pointing a sniper rifle at that person through a window, I would pull the trigger, because single-handedly, sealed tubs are the worst designed things. If the bearing quality is trash, that means the entire tub will be trash because of those bearings. If the drum spider is thin as fuck, then the bearings are really good quality, it's the drum spider's fault. But the thing is, if both are crap, then it doesn't really matter really. But if both are good, then you're absolutely fine. But if it's like one or the other that's good and bad, it's in a really bad mix, if you get what I mean. Because you've got to, like, if the drum bearings go after say 6 months, like my 6 months, like my grandma's NSWF 74 fucking whatever. That means that you've got to get service call out. You've got to have an engineer around for like 4 hours or something, getting the machine taken apart and put it all back together and blah, 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 blah. And it's just not very fun. It's not good. It's not a thing anybody wants to do.
Compared to eBack, that still has spittle tubs.
Yay.
And it's the only washing machine brand that makes washing machines in the UK.
They've got sealed tubs.
What?
Have they got sealed tubs?
Who?
eBack.
No.
All right. Swivel, nice. Hey, Janik. Right. Right, I'll give you something. This WMFUG has a sealed tub. And I'm going to be honest, everything is like beautiful quality. Quality is the best with this thing. The bearings, honestly, I swear to God, they're like ASCO style bearings. They are fucking brilliant. Well, not exactly ASCO, not exactly commercial ASCO bearings. Come on. They put domestic bearings in a commercial washer, is basically just going to wreck itself in a year. But it's something along the lines of really great bearings. But my only slight little tiny itsy bitsy little pet peeve is sealed tub. It's not fun. It's not a good thing. But I doubt this thing's going to fail in like 5 years or so. But
yeah, right. It'll fail by then.
Exactly, Jack.
Well, whatever. Don't matter. Switching over. The ZWC1301 has a splittable top.
I prefer that. Far better than
the
MFUG.
But then again, it is annoying because you can't get the bearings really for this. Nor the actual drum spider. You got to get a whole new inner drum.
But it's just a repair. It's just a replacement of them. It's just changing them, which is a pain at the bum, or as other people say, pain in the backside. Because you can still do it. It's more of a job that's probably going to go wrong because you've got to take the tub out for like usual. Now, intercity hot point machine, well, Whirlpool machine, basically, because that's basically a Whirlpool. It's just shitty branded as Hot Point.
Actually, Whirlpool's R&D and fresh cares like the Supreme cares are different to Indicits and Hot Points.
Well, look at my auntie's WMB. WMB that's black, the one what's around 10 years old. Never had a replacement part at all. That I bet I'll actually have a swivel tub. Probably.
Ow. Fuck.
Oh yeah. By the way,
really
do you want to know what wash program it's used on?
So Matt, you mates with Callum or not?
Yeah, still mates with him. He's a good person, to be fair. I just really overreacted. Oh, by the way, the whole time I was talking to you, like on the night, I was coming off a sugar high still from the chocolate I'd eaten. So, yes, it gave me really bad stomach cramps. So, yeah, not very fun.
I'll put on call you then. That time.
Fellas, if you want to know, do not eat like 250 grams of like Cadbury's caramel nibbles or whatever they are. They all wreak havoc. Like, it was, honestly, it felt like I've been shot and stabbed at the same time. Like, all in the same hole. It was so bad. Like I got literally, it felt like I'd been shot, and then a knife had just been plunged me in the butthole. It was so fucking painful that night. After when I went to bed, it was so bad. So, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, my answer
Right.
is WB, the ones in black. Do you know what wash program it's used on?
Mini 30.
Was it?
Daily Quick and Express.
Oh my god! You know what really pisses me off about the budget models?
For around 10 years, ever since it's been brought. I think it's around 10 years. It's 10 years old. It is.
Yeah.
That just proves the quality of them. And the heater still works. The draw's still clean.
Those
all these new draws still.
Absolute.
But guess what?
Ultra reliable machines. They're like a
right, fellas. Fellas, let me tell you something.
It still works.
Let me tell you something, guys. Right, I got something. Right, you know, my grandma always used, well, sort of my auntie type thing, used to buy the budget like W510110, whatever, don't care. Like 5 kilogram, 1000 RPM, slimline POSs. They always used to break in like 2 years, and that is why I hate Beko. And also the programming on some of those models, not even budget models, is terrible. It is the worst programming I could ever think of. But the awesome thing about them is stupidly high level rinses. If my WMFUG had that, I would fucking love it to all ends of the earth, along with if it would stop fucking about with balancing. But those two things ain't never happening.
Oh, balancing with bedding today did not exist for balancing.
Yeah,
I was sorry I'm late, guys. I was watching Clarky's premiere off my old Boss machine, the XL 1600 I had.
Oh yeah, but then the other day I did my bedding on the 60 on the same program. I did prepare.
Somehow Clarky is actually getting a decent channel. I'm actually going to move over from the WMFUG for a bit. Let's go ahead and do service mode in this little beastie.
I did service mode in mine today, and yeah, it let's just say
puked water.
Yeah, it actually puked water. But the thing is, though,
your Beko has decided that it wants to die, and it has gone ahead and chosen that.
Pukes. But the thing is, though, of course, it's going to puke when it's doing spin break because it's full of water. Duh.
Are you dumb? It's like, honestly, literally, the stupidest thing I've ever seen anybody do with a machine was, right, do you remember that video, guys, when that Beko machine's glass basically just exploded or Indesit or whatever? I can't remember. It was probably a Beko. Was it Indesit? I can't remember. Whatever. A machine's glass exploded.
Who was it?
It was when they were kicking that door shut on the machine.
Oh, that was a Beko WMB.
Yeah. I swear they were washing something stupid. That I doubt that was a zip whipping around in there to do that kind of damage. I think they were fucking about like metal that wasn't zips and things. I swear they were probably washing, like, to be honest, with the people that were in that room, I'm gonna be honest. I swear there were something like college students. Their IQ number, literally, they're honestly, what the fuck were they even thinking? Like, now they're gonna have to pay, like, if that machine isn't in warranty, well, it doesn't matter if it is or it isn't, because Beko's don't smash the fucking glass. They do not smash the glass. Glass if you want glass to shatter, if no. Hot Point don't even shatter the fucking door glass.
Honestly, they do. The new ones do.
Well, the new one's fine, whatever. But I'm going to be honest. In all my years of mucking about with washers, which is actually a hell of a lot longer than I've been on YouTube, trust me, I have never seen a broken door glass on a machine. Yeah, I have never seen a door glass even crack. In fact, I've never seen a gash on a door glass. And that is saying something. With the amount of things I've filmed, I've seen machines do, it's surprising how they get no gashes on the glass.
The only gash I've seen on a machine is on my Indesit I had. It gashed it once.
Well, I've seen scratches on the glass on the Hot Point WMA64 I had.
Everyone says
that's because WMA64s have got stupidly soft suspension. That's one of the factors to why they, and also really trashy quality bearings.
I'm live with my friend.
You know how everyone says Becco hit the glass on the first cycle?
That's bullshit. You know why?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. Technically,
it's been like insanely unbalanced that the drum's going mental. It hasn't even nowhere near hit the glass.
Yeah. Hey guys, right? I've got something. Guys, you know how they say that Becco always smacks the glass on the first cycle? Would we technically give an argument saying the first cycle you ever actually do is a rinse cycle or a boil wash or whatever, an autoclean with a cleaning program with nothing in? So could we technically slap them in the face with an argument back saying
and apparently
there's nothing in the drum for the very first cycle? I mean, that in my opinion, in my eyes, that is a logical argument.
My WMB, I gave to my nan in 2015, which is now 60 years old nearly. It's Pro Sport inverter motor without the spin brake one.
Not bad. Yeah, screw it. I'm actually not going to do that.
It's got aqua fusion drum, if you know what I'm on about. Do you know which drum that is? It's basically a drum what I've got, but with the older paddles.
Dishcloths. I've got a few.
People say the paddle mine are too small. Too small. They're bigger than my hands.
Two.
Matthew, what do you think of the paddles on my Becco downstairs?
Massive.
The machine itself, the drums. People comment on my video saying 8, that is a very small drum. I bet you can't fit 10 11, kilograms in there.
12, 13.
And then put my head in it. Yeah. 14, it's definitely bigger than the Indesit, because if I don't put my head in, 16, just to put my head in the beginning of the door, 17, I'd hit my head on the back of the drum. 18, so yeah, definitely bigger. 19, 20. And also the door was massive, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then the 10-year-old WMP round has never hit the glass. WMP 71343B. 7 kilogram brush motor, never hit the door.
7.
Never did anything really. It used to get insanely imbalanced as well.
39, 40. No, 40 dish cloths. Not even.
Matthew, did I tell you about that my parents lied? Well, my mum's partner lied to me about it.
3. Yeah, I've heard about it. 4.
I was right the whole time.
Yeah.
5, 6.
So I
about the
8. 47.
Well, for a start,
48 and 49, and I got a 50 dish cloths in the machine. So now I'm going to smoke all of your weed. Well, I'm a rasta.
Left the market by 2009, 2010. That's when the WIXL WIX
One,
models
two,
barring the
3,
WIX
4,
C127 and WIX
five,
Yeah, mine was
C127.
made.
56,
The Indesit was made
57,
on the 17th of April
8,
2012. I was
59,
also looking at the work, how much the
60,
machines work. Like,
61,
you know, you go on websites look how much it would have been. Can't you?
63,
I'm really
64,
surprised that it does
65,
the
The
high
first
level
time it was on the market
rinses.
was
66,
2012. So
67,
I thought, well, that's
68.
It would have been on the
And it's
market
a
by
nice number going in.
2011/12, the
1,
IWD 614
2,
50. I think it would have been introduced in 2011.
3,
The
74,
IWC,
5,
IWE,
76. Oh well,
IWE, IWB
76.
range were introduced
Might as well
around
80. 76,
2009
77,
throughout 2009,
someone
late
said 9 years
2009.
is shit.
70,
Shit, no, the
76,
machine, yeah,
77,
the machine, the machine's
8,
shit. Bearings, no. 8 actually.
78,
I got rid of it.
79, and that is 80. Right.
People say, oh, Becco can't tumble. Well, for a start, the people who work at Becco in the factory will know they're like that because it's been designed to be like that for small items of clothing.
And because people like Hoover and think Hoover is better.
It's getting submerged in the water, it's rinsing.
Whereas it should be the other way around with Becco and Hoover.
But also then when it goes on to drain out, it does distribution, which even means even better results. And also free drum clean while you're doing the wash. Because it's sloshing water all the way around the drum like mental.
Yeah. Hey guys, I got a really good closing argument for this whole thing about Becco shy can't tumble. Look at the fucking 13, like 14 kilo washes from like Hoover and Candy.
My friends who hit the
Candy Company, whatever. Look at the paddle size.
The paddles.
Look at the height
are a fucking joke.
and the width of those fucking paddles. And look at the size of the drum. Guys, I have got a really good alternative for those little tiny fucking speed bumps. WMA paddles. There you go.
That was on
Problemo one.
That was in my hot point about 540.
Yep. Right. And I'll tell you how to sell
everyone's ranting on to me. Apparently it wasn't a simple tub. Well, for a start, when it got removed,
4 shock absorbers or however many shocks with Bestel shocks.
We took the bumps off
springs with
drum.
The strongest springs you can find, like trampoline springs. You can tweak the tachometer and possibly very slightly reprogram the PCB. And there you go.
PCB. That has so many faults.
Yeah. Oh well.
It had a pressure switch fault which never got fixed. It had 2014 had a new drum because bearings.
Yes, Jordan. Jordan.
Then.
Oh yes, Jordan.
What else happened? I replaced the pump twice because.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
somebody.
What else had?
Oi lads, I have an idea. Oi lads, I'm gonna film this up. I'm gonna get it filled up to just there we go. Bottom of the door handle. There we go. In fact, that's bang on.
People say, oh, Becca uses too much water, but look at Indesit water balance and water balance plus.
Fuck their water balancing. It's so shit. It uses a fuck ton of water,
like people say, Becca uses a lot of water. Well, it doesn't really
water balance models is far better. I prefer the pre-balance the models before water balance.
I'd rather just
the earlier
not
version
have
of yours.
A fucking
I'd rather have a washing machine.
To be honest, I'd rather not have a. To be quite honest, I'd rather have an actual washing machine than one of those pathetic excuses.
That Holt
like
963 I had, that wasn't bad.
HULT, yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well call it Holt. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was all. Is that I've actually never seen an experience on YouTube before. It probably is on YouTube. A couple of videos. I mean, not like proper videos, but people like us.
Oh, fellas.
There's made in 2000.
I
have to say though, I much prefer the older versions, like the WMD model.
Right, fellas.
What about
I have an ultimatum.
Not WMA.
I've got an ultimatum for this.
WML 540 with WMA drum.
Guys,
I love
guys.
Everyone said it had
I've got the ultimate thing. Hotpoint WD41W micro profile 1400 with a GEC motor. There you go. Ultimate washer dryer. There you are.
Before the WM ranges were introduced, and before WMWD, while they were still making the 9599 machines in like 1991, 1990. That's when the 1400 models switched to the AEG motors.
I'm going to be honest. I dig the sound of those AEG motors, especially on the 9567. Hey, did you guys actually know that guys, did you actually know that the 9567 uses the cabinet of a washer dryer? And it also uses the drum, I think, from a washer dryer as well. Did you guys not know that? Well, now you do.
Right.
Now you know.
Not WMA. WML 540 I had. Everyone said it had a sealed tub, but for a start, I know it didn't.
Yes, it does actually. Well, there are 3 types of WMA style drums.
Right.
One is.
Can I speak, please?
6 kg split one, like basically 6 kg screwed, and then there, which is 53 liters, and then there is the huge one, which is the 58 liter 7 kilo screwed drum, and then there is the welded 54/55 liter drum.
And hey guys, I've heard of like WMA drums having welded tubs. Is that true?
40.
Some are, I believe. But no, yeah, because you know, underneath it has like that OK ball thing, doesn't it? What on the exit of the drum before it goes on the sump, before it goes to the filter, or to the pump. Because the engineer who took out, which is family, who took that machine out and replaced it with the Becker WMB 71343B. He put the machine on its side and he took it out, and I remember seeing the screws at the bottom of the tub going all the way around. So the thing was, we would have got the bearings replaced, but the spider lost one of its legs. It lost its leg in the video, so I don't know how many other legs it lost. The pump had packed up, because I'd say the motor probably burnt out anyway, because probably part of the spider got jammed in the pump, and
ultimate fucking auto clean.
The day before the pump,
look at this,
completely failed. Guess what? I cleaned the pump out that day. The filter, well, I call it pump because that's a technical term. But anyway,
honestly, this is like the most awesome thing I've ever done with this thing so far. This WMFPG, this has got to be like one of the best.
My next dial one is going to be probably going to be a better heat. Everyone's saying don't get one. Well, the first time I've never owned one. I want to actually get an experience of machines. Everyone's moaning at me for getting Beko. and apparently I should have got an Indesit IWC or something like that. Well, really,
I'm going to be honest, Jack. I'm going to be honest, Jack. If everyone's going to start bitching at you, then just say, look, that's a machine I want. That's what I'm going to get. Now shut up. It's my opinion. If you want to bitch about it, you're going to get blocked. There you
exactly,
are.
Jordan. Well said, mate.
One of them, well, we all know, Corey, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes. Exactly, Jordan. You do what you want. That is perfect.
And has a nice
it's a washing
on
machine.
His worktop.
It's the things that we want a washing. It's the thing that a specific person wants a washing machine to do. In the community,
for example,
it's like people in general society, people just want a washing machine to wash their clothes. I would rather go ahead. Look, people just say, "Oh, it cleans its clothes. It cleans our clothes. That's it. It's fine. It cleans our clothes. Put them in the dryer, put them out in the line, or whatever. They come off. They're nice and clean, whatever." I'd rather prefer to go into way more detail. I'd rather prefer things to get hygienically clean, and I'd rather prefer to get done in a machine that can take everything I put at it, take every single little bit that I throw at it, and also it has a high spin speed, or it either has a high spin speed and basically no sound, or a low spin speed, like a GC motor, and is ridiculously loud, but very characteristic. I'd rather have that instead of anything in between. I don't like modern brush motors.
Yeah, in my opinion, the only good modern brush motors are...
I don't like modern brushed candy motors. I don't like modern brushed Hoover motors. But I'm sort of okay with my ZWC just because of the fact that it actually isn't annoying.
Motors really quiet.
Yes, look. My parents are trying to get me to use my towel splice. I just think, no. Well, I don't want to wipe my hair where I might have wiped my arse crack. I really don't. Without washing it in between. I don't want to wipe. No joke. I don't want to wipe my hair. I don't want to dry my hair where I probably dried my arse crack. I really don't. That's why I do it. And also that. I hate the fact that I can't actually change my bedding more often.
I do mine every week.
I mean, this is just a rewash of a sheet because my sister was pissing about with a fucking smoothie and got it all over it.
I do my bedding once a week, every Wednesday usually.
I want to get back into a routine.
Whenever I do my bedding and towels, like whenever I wash them, my dad gets a bit pissed at me for doing bedding.
The thing is, though, that's where
like if I do change bedding after each, my dad gets pissed at me for doing bedding.
No joke.
Try to do it once every
guys,
2 weeks or 1 week, 1 to 2 weeks. I tend to wash bedding.
Shut up, prison. Right, I have genuinely had a story of perfect revenge. I'm going to tell you it. Right. You know that auntie that is constantly getting those budget WM whatevers? The budget Beko slimlines.
Yeah.
When she got that shitty hot point, she said I couldn't even touch the damn thing. So when she went out for a cigarette, you know what I decided to do? Real quick, I selected the longest program I could with the longest time delay and child locked the controls, and the bitch couldn't do anything about it. She had no washing machine for about, I don't know, like 12 hours or something. It was one of those hilarious things I've ever done. And honestly, she was so pissed at me, she gave me the face that just said, if I had a screwdriver in my hand, you would be a stripped off Phillips head screw. There'll be nothing left. And I smirked at her in the way that said, look, you pissed me off. I know everything about this thing. You don't. Now stop it. And that was the perfect thing to do. In my opinion, that was a revenge plot that went the most perfectly that it could have ever gone. She couldn't do fuck all about it. She hadn't even read the manual yet. And she's just in general, she's still a bitch, my auntie. She is still annoying. And you know what? That was probably the second or third program that machine did. And then about 6 months or whatever later, the drum bearings went. And you know what she did? You know what she did? She blamed, of all the people, she blamed me for it. I hadn't even touched that machine ever since I did that ridiculously long wash with the time delay and the child lock. So how the fuck am I to blame for that? I'm not.
Same for my Indesit, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's not because of them blankets that you did in the damn thing. It's just because of how it's just caused daily stress from the bearings has just gone at that seal, and over time, it's just busting out the bearings. That's what happens. I'm going to be honest, I don't care how unbalanced the washer gets.
Right, my friend's
it spins.
Machine lasted, how long was it? 3 days on it? And integrated? Yeah. Yep. And it's integrated, lasted 3 days, and the bearings went.
And that's
load.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, that is a manufacturing defect. Nothing to do with the actual quality of the bearings.
And then another one of my friends, 5 days after
that,
3
again,
loads.
That is a manufacturing defect.
And then an NX about a month after started making this horrible noise. I could probably go onto his Facebook support group I got added to.
That's just general NX noises, to be honest. I'm just going to go ahead and say for the manual. Yes, it wasn't leveled. It's nothing to do with the fact that it's nothing to do with the fact that the damn thing's like 20 odd years old and knocking around, making a very slight amount of noise that you don't like. Tracy.
And I say my opinion
it's not
about
broken. You're just a dumb bitch. You're just a dumb bimbo that has just gone in and discovered a machine in a house that was noisy. Let's scrap it. Let's give it out to the scrap.
What I've seen about Vestal machines on YouTube, I've seen that with the heavy amounts of water they use during the main on the boil-off cycle, they managed to heat to 90/95 degrees using a ton of water in the main wash on a boil-off, which is pretty impressive and makes Vestal machines go on me.
Yep. That Vestal service has got to be the absolute best machine I have ever owned because of that jet system. Because honestly, I swear to God, I want jet systems to properly come back.
I have to say, Vestal are far superior to Hoover and Candy.
In fact, look, I've got enough money in my bank account to buy like an absolutely flashed out Vestal. And I'm going to be honest, I do want
I've
to.
got plenty of money to buy loads of washing machines and dryers. Well, you probably will know why.
I mean, look, my Vestal service, look, it might have lasted 7 years.
The WMA range are fantastic.
Yeah. Look, there are a million and one things I would love if Vestal had done to their machines. But a jet system is a thing that has already ticked the box, but the flick on the tick has gone to Mars. They have just perfected that thing. They have perfected
absolutely bloody scary
down to the last minuscule detail. They WMA,
the very first WMA hot points are like over 20 years old already now. Will be 21 this summer. It's absolutely crazy.
21 years old, mate. Give it a beer. Go on, let it chug. Give it a beer. Go on, lad. Give it a beer. Give it a beer.
That's what I give to my tumble dryer for its second birthday.
Yeah,
people say it's still fine. No, it's definitely you can tell by the sound change.
Yep. I'm gonna be honest, guys. The strangest pitch change I ever had on that shitty candy we had was when it was doing the ultimate wobbly. And you know that little 9-second video? That isn't the whole thing. There is actually a whole entire 2-minute video behind that. And that isn't even the whole story of why that machine got scrapped. Because the ultimate wobbly that night was right, guys, Jack, hang on a minute, hang on. Right. The ultimate wobbly was on that night was not the only.
Bye, Jordan. We'll see you later.
Was right. Yeah. See ya, Jordan. Right. So the ultimate wobbly that night was not the only factor to that machine scrapping. It was what happened the next day off camera. What happened was I put that machine on a spin again, having unraveled everything I put inside that machine. And it did literally what I can only describe as the absolute worst ultimate wobbly I have ever seen a machine do. And immediately the machine started doing what it did on that clip. But it did it at a higher RPM and with a way more unbalanced load than in that clip, which is bad enough because it's whacking both the side panels. This time, though, it hit the side panels so hard, it dented them outwards, and the tub smacked into those side panels so hard, it shattered itself open.
No.
It made 2 consecutive cracks down each side of the tub, and the tub basically welded it. A bit of plastic got inside and practically welded the tub together. Henceforth, ending that machine's life.
Oh, can I say something?
Go on. Oh, fucking hell.
Who's going to join the Premier tomorrow?
Oh, fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake.
I might. Oh. Do you remember Hoover AC 110, who he was years ago, but changed to LG roster 2017?
It's that video there. It's meant to be 2 hours 35, but because of balancing with my bedding, it took the video itself was like 2 hours 58. So yeah. And I think that was the final spin. Yeah, that was the one. That was the final spin first.
And then everyone's saying that bedding can balance out so easily. No, it can't.
But look at you watch this.
Bedding is absolutely hard to balance because my boss, when it
apparently
comes to washing bedding, sometimes my boss can take ages to balance because it's fucking bedding.
Yeah, that is true. Like, honestly, bedding, in my opinion, is very annoying because of the fact of it literally just, honestly, bedding is the most annoying thing for a machine to balance out because it will not stop backing. And once it stops backing about, it gets a grip and actually decides that everything is balanced. But
guys, one time about nearly 4 years ago, when I lost bedding in my box, bedding took like fucking 20 minutes to balance because of bedding, which goes to show that boss doesn't like that. Bedding causes machine to piss about balancing.
My nan's WAB does not like any of their clothes that go in it.
It makes
it just jumps around.
Racket when spinning. bedding at times.
It takes about 1 week to balance.
But then when my boss makes a rash at it,
more like a fucking
doesn't bother me.
decade. Oh,
Right, this is a 1 week old hot point. Are you ready to hear it?
Yep. Holy shit. That's the drum spider, I think.
Yup. Sounds like it.
Rest in peace, drum spider.
Spider
Holy shit.
has crap.
I wonder how long that hot point that what's his name? Chris. He's sold that hot point on now. I wonder how long it's gonna last.
Probably about 6 months.
I don't know.
If that.
Huh. Yeah, probably, or 2 years. Will not last as long as what a WT960.
These are the new hot points. Yeah, that's some pure quality there. Oh, that's fine, nice. But that's some pure quality, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Paul definitely deserved to die.
Like that, it could have killed someone, that glass, couldn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially if there's a young kid. Look at that beautiful element. I wish Martin would try like that. It looked lovely, wouldn't it? Well, actually, my old tried to do that, but it ended up much worse. And the clothes did not look like that. There's actually ashes. My clothes were. I bet you all recognise that picture.
Yep.
The wave paddles in an indecisive drum.
That, didn't it? Didn't that thing catch fire, or was that rust? I can't remember.
Catch fire.
In my opinion, that looks more like rust. So that's why I'm constant. Well, that's why every time you show me that, I wonder, is it rusty?
But look, if you look very careful, look, it's all greasy and all liquid.
Yeah.
But look, that's the heating element of it. When I go back to that picture.
And then people wonder what the fuck is going on behind them bloody factory doors. Like what secrets are they not telling us? Like manufacturers have got to be truthful about absolutely everything. But in my opinion, right now they are being so untruthful. They've told lies.
Anyone wanting it?
Probably would hate one. Would definitely just. Wait a minute. Is that how many? Right. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Show me that. Are they stacked on top of each other?
They are stacked.
Yeah, there's got to be like 10 of them, like stacked on top of each other. Let me go ahead and grab a forklift and knock all of those over like fucking dominoes.
Oh,
how funny would that be? Just knocking over shitty indexes like fucking dominoes.
Oh look, and this is about a week old. I'm not the same. Well, it's actually both.
Problem with the
that's like my fucking grandma's one.
The tub weights.
No, that's the 6 one.
If you listen to the beginning though, listen what makes.
That's tub weights. That is definitely tub weights. Yes, that's the tub weights, Jack.
That's both actually. If you listen to the beginning.
Yeah, I'd say more tub weights rather than all else. All you got to do is whip the top off, flip the machine upside down, and just tighten them all up.
Oh my god! Listen to that.
Oh shit!
Good.
Hot Point says, "Bye, sisters."
What do you think?
Oh my god! This thing is doing a history drain.
That drum has locked up because it's dropped that much. You watch this.
What do you think of these whirlpools, Jack?
I can't really see it that well.
Oh, fuck! That looks nice.
And there's another one that the same age.
Oh, they sound awful, these do. I wonder what my grandma's one sounded like.
It does sound like an airplane taking off.
Yeah, I will be honest. It does sound.
So,
like. Hey guys, you reckon we're gonna
Jack,
get a sub?
what do you think of those whirlpools?
Even though it's
These
just
new
one
Supreme cars?
sheet, I do think we are going to get a sub slot.
Do not buy IWCs.
Or is it going to faff that up?
Right, even though they use ratchet lock now, but look, they still overheat on the terminals. They haven't got their heads right, have they?
Nope. They've not. They've definitely fucked themselves over with that.
There's another one they had to repair.
That's literally can't do anything.
That's a
right.
normal lock, but still, it's the same thing. A door lock should never overheat. Even my IWD I had, it should only get, if it's on 90, it's fair enough. That is going to get a bit warm. It shouldn't get hot, but it shouldn't get. It should get at least warm at the most, I'd say. But my Indesit used to get the door lock. It literally you burn your hand if you put your hand on against it when it's on, even on a cold wash.
All right,
it's just like, why are they wasting their time doing that? Just they think they got a good brand when clearly not. Oh, it's an integrated. What's this all about? That does not sound very healthy, does it?
Nope.
Oh, 5 days old as well.
Nope. That door is a rip-off of a Qualtis.
Sort of. I do see
this
your
is a
point.
washer dry integrated, 5 days old.
That's how bullshit. Hot point. Hot point.
That's Indesit.
You know what? I'm not even gonna. They've got Whirlpool branded versions. It's more Whirlpool than Hot Point. I'm sort of thinking, hang on a minute. In fact, I'd say those Hot Point machines, the Hot Point branded ones, are actually the rebranded Whirlpool ones, not the other way around.
Actually, Whirlpools are like the Supreme cars are different to the Hot Points, Indesits, and Whirlpool Fresh cars.
I hate
it's official that they puked now.
Yeah.
Right, on this serial number, what is the date of that? Because I can't even work a thing out of that date.
Oh, yes.
And also,
10th of September 2014.
What?
They got the serial number and industrial code wrong, as the 9 digits are at the bottom, and they got the serial number and industrial code the wrong way round. That is supposed to go. The bottom is meant to be at the middle, and the middle is meant to.
You know what? I'm not actually going to do that.
I was wondering why there's loads of digits
be at the bottom.
But yeah, that's the same dry as I had. Mine caught fire.
There we go.
Fire mine.
Yeah, so now I'm actually going to do a genuine race. Thanks for
being
being on, guys. Guys, I'm actually going to go ahead and end the live stream now because I just started a rinse because I'm not waiting for it to spin again. Yeah.
Okay,
thanks for being on, fellas.
Wait 36 minutes. Have a
minutes.
FA5 pump error, and yes.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Honestly.
I've only had FO2, which means the motor. I think it means like the triac or something is overheated. So, yeah, that's the new one.
It says pump because there's loads of water in it.
I've had an FO2 a couple of times, which, to be fair, I wasn't really concerned about, even when I found out exactly what it meant. Because I just knew it wasn't actually a genuine fault. For some reason.
What that is.
I don't know.
Paddles.
Oh, I wonder. In the shit. Right,
before you
fellas, I will see you later.
I've actually got something to show you, unless you want to call.
I shall. Guys, I'm
you
going
want
to
to
end
call?
live, so.
Okay, I'll see you next year.
Okay, see you next year, boys.
Bye.
See you next. I'll see you next week. No, just kidding. I'll probably see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Or something, whatever. I'll see you whenever I see you, fellas. I'll see you later.
Yes,
See
I'll
you
see when I see.
later.
I'm actually going to call.
See you later.
Bye.
See ya.
Goodbye. 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 Yeah. Bye, guys. See ya.